Who wants more money? Now, seriously, really, we all want more money. Money is the path to freedom. And so in this class, I'm so excited to teach this to you. I've taught this class. I've worked with a lot of people around money, and you will experience a significant shift by the end of this class. And in fact, I'm going to make you a deal. If 30 to 45 days after this class ends, as long as you stay in the shifted vibration from the meditation we're going to do, you will make more money, okay? So the deal I'm going to make with you is as long as you make more money in the next 30, well, more money than you would have had you not done this meditation, in 30 to 45 days, then I want you to find this video and write a comment underneath. Now, normally I would say 2 weeks, but we're under extraneous circumstances right now. So seeing that millions of people right now are out of work. It's like 1 out of 4 people are like, I heard this on the news, that just seriously in financial devastation right now because of the coronavirus. So if you're not like hurting to pay your monthly bills, then you are in good shape. You are better than a good chunk of America right now. So give yourself a pat on the back. Where we are financially, like everybody has their own set point around finances, just like a set point about how much weight you have, or a set point around your happiness. Like with all of those factors, we have a set point. And the good news is that you could change your set point, which is what we're going to do today. And so I'm just checking out the hellos that I got. Great, Jana, great to have you. I was actually just reading what you wrote right before you came online. So maybe we could even do some work together, because what you mentioned is very common with a lot of other people. So changing the set point, that's what we're talking about. Just think right now, what is your money reach? Like if you were going to manifest more money, like let's just find what our goal is. Like, and I'm not talking like this week, or I'm not talking this month, but let's talk about like this year. What is your reach goal? And I don't want you to be like $1 million, because that's just not realistic unless you're already like, have hundreds of thousands of dollars in your bank account. So what is realistic? So in the way you know that you've got the number right is you're going to feel a little bit uncomfortable in your body when this number comes up. So I want you to find a financial, it could be either a number or like a monthly income or annual income, or it could be something else, maybe not just the numbers of money. Like I want to build my business and make $5 million of profit, just take a moment and just take a breath and think, what is my reach number? Okay. And so I chose 500,000 for myself. So feel free to choose whatever you want and get clear, and just take a moment and like, how would it feel if you had that much money? Whatever your reach is, There's like the amount that we expect to make because of how much we have made, and then there's a little bit more, and then there's just a little bit more. So what is that number for you? Shut your eyes and just take a second and like just imagine you having that much money. How do you spend your days when you have that much money? What do you do? What do you spend your money on? Are you still at the same job, or do you switch out of that career? And just once again, check in with yourself, and you should feel just a little bit uncomfortable, I mean, maybe comfortable, like it's great, it's wonderful to have that much money, but just a little bit uncomfortable. Great. Okay, open your eyes. So how did that feel? You could use the chat here, and I'll respond. I'll be interactive with the chat here for this group. And how does it feel to have that much money? It must feel amazing. Good work, Jennifer, for manifesting all that money. Okay, and now take that vision and just put it over here to the right, because we're going to come back to that in a few minutes. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of talk about why you don't have that amount of money right now, and then we're going to go into the meditation. So the reason you don't have that amount of money right now, and maybe other people have a lot more money and you're struggling in some way, shape, or form, is because of your relationship with money. I know it sounds crazy, but it literally is your relationship with money. And, we do have a relationship with people, we have a relationship with our pets, but you also have a relationship with money, which has to do with your beliefs, your biases, your thought process is around it. So I work with a lot of clients one-on-one on money, and I do something a little different than what we're going to do today. But one thing I do is sort of a stream of conscious exercise to get underneath what they're actually thinking about money. And, like you see a wealthy person, and if you're actually thinking negative people, like people will say like snob or greed, or, we have all of that mental connotation around people with money. And so first and foremost, you have to rewire all of that. And so one of my homeworks for you is when you see somebody who looks rich walking on the street with their mink jacket and their jewelry, then I want you to give them a little blessing or be encouraging for them. You use it more as like, I like to see things like that as a stepping stone, like a reach, something I'm looking forward to striving to get to. I mean, that's how I've actually learned to work with my jealousy, because I used to be a super jealous person, whether a woman was more beautiful or had more friends or whatever. And so instead I say, okay, that woman has what I want. And so rather than being like using negative words, I use that as a motivating factor to get closer to that. I'm reading, Jana, you said I just went with an amount that was realistic, but when you said 500K, I definitely added some money to it. Why not? Okay. We could have fun here. Okay, so that's the first thing about manifesting more money. And that's going to be something that you'll have to do on your homework, and then come back and find this YouTube video and write in the comments, because I do want to know. I actually respond to all of my comments. We can have a whole conversation there. Anyways, so the next thing I want you to know about money is probably the relationship you've been having with money right now, even during these dire circumstances, is a dynamic you've been having for a very, very, very long time, most likely all the way back to childhood. There's something that you learned in your childhood around fear, contraction, scarcity that you are carrying to this very moment in your life. Now, maybe because of the coronavirus, it's turning up the notch on the fear that you're feeling, but this isn't the first time you've felt this before. This is maybe like the gas is turned on of this fear imprint that you already had encoded. This started happening when you were in utero, most likely, unless for some reason your mom didn't raise you. But in utero is where your mother contracts and she holds fear, and she like pulls in and upward around everything that has to do with finances. I just realized my baby's asleep. I don't think I need that. So now I want you to think back to whatever you're feeling right now, whatever your fear is. What is it you're feeling right now around money? Some sort of fear or desire or something within you. There's a limiting belief that's underneath that, or an imprint. And I'm going to give you some examples of what I'm talking about so you could find your own imprint, because that's what we're going to do the healing on. Okay? So beliefs around money start in family systems. They start from your family of origin. So the good news is this imprint wasn't originated in you. It originated in many generations ago, but mainly your family are the ones that moved this imprint directly onto you. Okay? So by imprints, some of them, they're like limiting beliefs, and some common ones are money doesn't grow on trees. You got to work hard to make the money. I definitely have that. Like, I used to be really anti-social media because I'm like, they're not working. They're freaking like trying to be popular. And I would be so anti that. Luckily, I worked through those resistances. Money is hard to get. I could get money, but I always lose it, or money is always taken from me. Money comes and money goes. Just figure out which one of these is like the light goes on, the light switch goes on when I say this. Rich people are bad. Money is hard to keep. I never have enough. That's a popular one. I never have enough. Like I could make money. In fact, there's some people in industries that make a lot of money and they still never have enough to pay their bills or to buy the things they actually want. I'm not good with money. I can I can't do what I love to make money. So in other words, you have to be put into a job, a job, the tech industry, whatever you're doing that's going to take your heart. And so basically a lot of people sacrifice, they want to do what they want in order to like have money, but that's a belief. That is completely a belief. And we're not going to work with that one right now, but I have a whole program on finding your purpose and bliss and getting paid for it. And money isn't spiritual. So there's, those negative connotations around money. My money imprint is I can't spend money on me. I can make money, but I just can't spend it. Like I'm not worthy of having this much money. And so even I have had a financial, let's say, a set point, like a amount that I make, amount that I attract my way. So I'm with you on trying to take that to the next level in the next 30 to 45 days. That's right. We're all in this together. Let's do this as a group. Okay, so now I'm going to offer, this is one of my offerings, is if you want to write in chat what you believe your money imprint is, and I will put on my intuitive clairvoyant hat and see if I agree with that. Now, I don't actually hardly know anybody on this call right now. So you're going to need to write your first and your last name, and then what you believe your main money block or money imprint is. And I'm going to shut my eyes and I'm going to get a yes or no inside my body. So I will do this one by one. Okay. Here. We'll start with Bella. Okay. Bella says, same for me. I can't spend money on myself. So let me just look at Bella for a second. Well, you do have that one, but I'm kind of debating between that one and there's never going to be enough. There's something sort of like, like that Holocaust kind of fear that you need to hold on to it. There's never going to be enough that I actually think might be a little bit stronger. Or, they're both really strong. So you definitely need to work on it. So maybe rewind this video and work on the other one sometime. But I am getting this like really tight holding on, and you're not greedy at all, but it is sort of coming out like that kind of vibration. And so the antidote would be to imagine a bird, a white dove. I just saw a white dove flying out of your hand. You want to get to that point of like giving away in freedom. And so I'm going to leave that one, and then we'll go to the next person. Okay. So Anna says, mine is, I'm just going to move this a little higher so I can see it. Mine is avoidance of thinking of money. So this is a very, very big effort for me to attend. Yes, exactly. This is very true. You do think of you are like the excuse queen for why I can't. It's like, and I mentioned this to you before, I believe, is that like, it's so much like ancestral, like beliefs, like it's literally like this ancestral energy pulling you back and being like, the female lineage in my family was never able to make money, so I can't do it. I can't do it. And so it's like some kind of contract. You got to break that contract to get closer to them by not having. Okay. And then there's also you carrying the workload. Like it's almost like you've got to work hard to make money. You definitely have that one. And let's see what would be your main limiting belief. What is your main limiting belief? Here you are. Mine is avoidance of thinking. Oh, no, I already read that one. Okay. So let me know if you have your main one because I'll check it out, your main limiting belief. But that is the main block that you have. You're just not thinking of it. I'd say your main block is I'm sort of debating between two. It's something to do with you'll be a bad person if you make a lot of money at the same time that it's effort. And so you deal already with like chronic fatigue and overwhelm and overwork. So you're almost afraid to go into it. I see I'm not good with money and I want to give my money away to everyone. Yeah. So basically you don't believe you deserve to have money. Oh, that's a huge one. That is definitely up with the top three for sure. Okay. So I'm going to go to the next person. Jana. Okay. A few possibilities. One, I have to save money because it will be gone. Tight holding on, it will never be enough. I can't treat myself. I don't know how to invest. Oop, I gotta move the chat. Okay. Okay, so let me see. All right, so Janet Cantor. Let's see, with your energy. I just see a whole bunch of beliefs there, like you have. Um, I just sort of see like in a past life that you were like a Bedouin or like didn't even need money, and so you have like this love-hate relationship with money, that there's something like just literally like being free of like materialism or anything that one could connotate as bad, or one in more religious cultures could connotate as bad, and finding some purity and some realness in that. At the same time, you also have the effort one, like life is effort and you can't do what you love and still make money. And then, right, and the tight holding one, I have to hold on to it because we'll be gone. I can't never be enough. That's all the next ones. Yeah, so you have a lot of like the I don't know, and then you come to this place of like what meditation and spiritual, which is good, but sometimes we could do like the spiritual bypass, which is to go into this like positive affirmations and just kind of avoid feeling all that. So it's time for you to go into that, like pull up the carpet and start to like work through all the things. And this has a lot to do with like past lives and your ancestral imprints around not having money for so long, and so believing that there's something wrong with having money. But at the same time, logically, you don't. So let's see. For you, I would work on. It's either I'll never be able to make enough, or I don't know how, and I got to hold on to it tightly. So any one of those three would be good for you. Okay. So Jennifer McDowell. Let's see. I have to work hard for money and I don't deserve it. Yes, you nailed that one. Let me just see if there's anything else. Yeah, you have the big time effort one. Right. Mm-hmm. You have this love-hate with deserving it. Because part of you is like, I did that work, I deserve it. Or you're good at like treating yourself. I'm going to go for this manicure or whatever because I deserve it. Yeah, I'm just reading. Oh, yeah, Jana. Yes, I agree with what you said. Okay, Lori, I can't do what I want. I have to work hard. Yes, you have the hard effort one, and I see that in your lips, how you hold your lips tightly, and also in your chest. And so, like, things are like a lot. Like, you'll take something on, and you're always the one to take on things. Like, just responsibility finds you. You offer things, and then you're like, oh my God, why did I do this? I'm tapping right here because I'm encouraging you to tap right here, because this is a culmination of where you feel the panic, and you're not the only one. I'm actually bringing this up because a lot of other people too. So if you're feeling this, let's just start by tapping here to diffuse that intense energy right here. It's almost like you even apply to a job and the anxiety starts. It's not that you won't be good, because you've been very good at what you've done. It just is sort of like the ramping up and the, oh my God, and what am I putting myself into? And it's going to be so much. And so you actually need to work on time and space inside of your body. And I would do that. Like, life is hard. I got to work hard. I would work with that one. Okay, so let's see, Alia. Money is the source of evil and pain in the world, and then I feel guilty for wanting it or pursuing it in any serious way because I'm a do-gooder. Okay, so let's see you. Alia. Pretty name. I don't think I could pronounce it, but I see you going at a million miles an hour, and like you need to do more, you need to do more, you need to do more, and wanting some kind of like appreciation for what you're doing, and like the golden. There's a part of you, like we have dichotomies. All of our issues have dichotomies. So this part of you, I don't need any praise, but you actually do, and so you're doing more and more and more to like. You'll be like the one in a group, for instance, that just puts in more energy and more time, and you have that capacity. You could get a lot more done in your day than a lot of people have. Um, I agree with that, what you just said, but it's also like, also you have the like work hard, gotta do more. I would maybe lean a little bit more towards one of those. Okay, family imprint. Oh, this is from the same person. We don't talk about money. We're rich, but we don't really have money. We're generous and then also stressed about money, but only under the surface. That's right. So you have a lot of hidden family. You'd be good to do some past life work around because you have a lot of like secrets basically, and you have like one facade of this is how we are. We're, you know, rich, whatever, and I'm not talking just you, but it's like in your cellular level. And at the same time, but money's a struggle. And you don't want to hide that from people seeing it. But, and also in today's day and age, and especially in the Bay Area, which I don't know where you live, we've never met before, but um, it's actually cool to be not rich. To be like struggling. It's kind of like with the others and the collective conscious around the Bay Area, as we got to struggle to pay our rent and stuff. And so you're very much like a team player with other people. You also hold in a lot of other people's energy. And so you're also like absorbing all the people who are feeling that as well. So you have to do some work to like ride above that and get to like, I am going to lead the troops. I'm going to get there and I'm going to bring all my sisters and brothers along with me. So overall, so that brings me to a big block for you is that you need to it's like responsibility. It's like I can't just do it for myself. I have to bring all of like the tribe along with me. And so it's like a big undertaking. So part of you is like, do I actually want to step into this great deal of responsibility? With that comes more of the rat wheel of effort and responsibility. Alia just said totally. Thanks you. Awesome. Good. We nailed that one. Okay. Jenna said totally. Love, hate for sure. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, cool. So I think we got everybody. So now we're going to move on to the meditation. Any last comments? X out of here. Okay. All right. So now we know what we're working with. So now this is where you put your imagination and meditation hat on. So I want you to shut your eyes. And I want you to ask your higher self or ask your heart, who did you inherit this imprint from? And most likely it's several people. But I want you to find one person that stands out. And it could be somebody you only vaguely met, like a grandparent. Or it could be somebody who is dead now or somebody who's alive. Just ask your heart, ask your higher self, who did I inherit this from? And if there's several people, then choose which is the stronger vibration that passes on to me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually do the healing on this person, because this person, first of all, unconsciously passed it on to you. And when you heal the past, you heal the present, and then you also heal the future. Okay? This really does work. Literally, if you heal a memory, I do a lot of like NLP and other stuff, but if you heal a memory, it like literally shifts you to the now. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine this ancestor of yours, this family member, as a child. So you're going to be your age, and they're going to be the child now. And first, just imagine like you're looking in at a movie screen, and the movie screen is the movie of his or her life. And see where she is. What scene of the movie did you choose to peek in on? and see what's going on for her or him about why they're feeling this way around money. Most likely they have very good reason for feeling this. And see where in their body they're holding this feeling of I don't have enough, or money, making money is effortful. And so this is a way of checking in on their suffering and their struggles that they're having right now around money. And so now we're going to invite you, or you could do the future version of you, to come into the scene with your ancestor and see, what does this person need right now? Ask your higher self, what does he or she need right now to feel more safe and supported? It could be probably a hug. You know, when people are feeling this way, it's often like a fast moving energy, and a hug grounds us and supports us and brings us back into our bodies. And I want you to imagine yourself giving that hug to this person, or optionally, you can invite in a different support person. So go ahead and ask yourself, are you the most appropriate person to be in the scene? Or should we call in an angel or a spirit guide, or maybe somebody who you really look up to, a mentor? Anybody. Use your imagination. And go ahead and either you or the support person be there in the scene. And see, what else does this person need? What do they need to hear? They might need to hear words like, things are going to be okay, you're going to make it through, because they did make it through. There was enough to make it through. And stay with this person a little bit longer. And this is where the healing comes in, because I want you to provide some love and some healing to this person in whatever way, shape, or form seems appropriate. And this is also an opportunity to go into the world and see what's going on. And you could go ahead and ask them, what do you need from me? What do you need right now in this moment to have you feel more safe and secure? And let's work together to shift this belief. So how can you shift it just a little bit more? So if you have the belief there's not enough, then tell the person there is enough and show them evidence of how there is enough and there will be enough. It often helps to just sit next to the person and say, look, I'm from your future and I'm going to show you that there is enough. Even if there's hardly enough to eat every day, you made it through. And because of this hardship, you became a stronger person. This actually happened to strengthen you, not as a curse. And I'd like you to stay there, or if you want, if there was a support person, whoever you chose, and just grow this person up a little bit and keep showing them evidence of how this isn't necessarily true. Just adapt it a little bit. If money is the root of all evil, show them proof for how that's actually not true. And take another 10 or 20 seconds to just provide them whatever they need. And then you're going to complete by giving them a big hug. And you could do one of the hand holds and say, look, I'm from your future and I'm with you and I'm going to support you and help you to ease this feeling around money, and you're going to be okay. And now it's time to say goodbye to this ancestor. So in whatever way, shape, or form feels appropriate, just go ahead and say goodbye to them. And then come back into your body. Come back into the present time. And I want you to go back. And when you go backwards, you look a little to the left with your eyes shut. So take your eyes a little bit to the left. And go to the memory of the time when I said, what is it like right now to be in the scarcity of the finances? What are you worried about? What are you fearing right now? I asked you that at the beginning of the session today. And I want you to go back into that scene to where you felt that insecurity around finances. And now I want you to take the wisdoms that you just cultivated from this journey back in time, and I want you to bring those into your own body. You want to use the same words. So when I'm doing some coaching with somebody, I would actually write down the words and we'd use it the same way. So you just have to remember the words that you used with this ancestor and provide that level of comfort and support to you. Now ask yourself, do you want it from you, your higher self? Do you want it from a support figure? Do you want it from the Buddha? Do you want it from Jesus Christ? Whoever. You could have anybody there with you in this visualization. Now, this isn't happening right now. You're visualizing this as if you're watching a movie of you having that fear experience, and you're providing support and guidance and love to this person, to you, having that memory of that experience. And notice where you're feeling the tension. Lots of times it's here in our chest where we hold anxiety and fear. And I want you to imagine either yourself, your higher self, or another person pinning their hand, it could be me, pinning their hand right on your chest, right where mine is. And imagine breathing into this area. Big, deep breath. And continue to provide support and the nourishing words that you just did for another 20 to 30 seconds. Like, you are going to be okay. Literally, whatever is going on financially, this is temporary and you're going to be okay. In fact, you're going to be even better off because this experience has strengthened you. And then check in with yourself again and see how you're doing. And there's one last piece of the healing we're going to do right now. And that is, I want you to find where the residual of that imprint still lies inside of your body. Just locate it. And it's probably still there a little bit. Maybe 25 to 50% still there. So I want you to imagine your higher self coming in through the crown of your head, sticking your hand in through the crown of your head and going in and capturing from within inside your body where you're holding this imprint. Grab it all and then pull it out through the crown of your head and literally give it back to this ancestor that you're just looking at. And I want you to imagine You could lay it at their feet, or you could hand it to them, going, here, this is my fear imprint, and this belongs to you, and I give it back. So when you're going in the past, you go into the left. So I give this back to you. And because no elder wants to endure harm upon their child, they take it back willingly. So imagine the elder, your ancestor, taking back the imprint that she or he unwillingly, unconsciously bore onto you. And really give it over. Just give it. It's not really yours to hold onto. It's actually theirs. I mean, and theirs comes from theirs and many generations back, but that's for them to deal with. You can't heal everybody else. You can only heal yourself. And that's what's going to help heal that person. But it's not your responsibility to have them give it back. It's only your responsibility for you to give back that imprint. And then see them take it, and then say one more time goodbye to them. And then come back into yourself and feel the spaciousness that you now feel in that space that we just made room for. And ask yourself, what do you want to fill this space now with? Do you want to fill it with love, with kindness, with compassion? What feels most appropriate to fill that area with? And breathe that in. Breathe it in fully. And let it go to all the cells of your body. All of your cells of your body are filled with this light vibration of abundance or love or whatever you chose. And then I'd like you to look to the right. You can do this with your eyes shut. And remember that picture that I had you put over there earlier, your reach picture? Well, I want you to imagine yourself now taking the first few steps. Just take one step at a time. Let's just do one step in that direction. And as you take your first step, notice something within your ecology, something within your physiology is starting to shift. And when the first step feels okay, take the next step. And if you start to feel like you're hyperventilating, just stay right there. But if it feels okay, you could take another step and another step. And you could stop on the path wherever feels comfortable, or if you want, you could go all the way to that picture where you had that amount of money. See what you're doing. Are you gonna smell it, hold it, laugh with it, go on that dream vacation? The world is your oasis here. You can be as imaginative as possible. What's it like? Just take a moment and really live in that world. How is your life different? How is your life different now? Do you dress differently? Do you have different people in your life? Take another 15 seconds and just really enjoy that time. having that amount of money. And then I invite you to come back into your body, back into the present, back into the chair or the couch you're laying on. And I'd like you to look one more time at that future picture. And basically, you could just say, I will be there soon. I'll meet you soon. Or however you'd like to end with that future picture. And shut your eyes. This is an amazing journey you all went on. And we're going to end by having you take in gold light vibration. So imagine a bright golden sun above your head. This is your high gold. And go ahead and let it pour in through the crown of your head and fill up every cell of your body with the abundant, vivacious color gold. Let it split out your throat and go down your arms, down your fingers, out through your fingers, and then down your torso, pelvis, thighs, legs, feet. And then when it gets all the way down into the earth, let it go deeper into the earth, ground it into the earth. And then slide your hands along your thighs, and I'd like you to bend all the way over and take a full balance and take a couple deep rejuvenating breaths while you're bent over. This is called balancing, and this is basically letting the excess energy off of you. That also represents the completion of today's healing. So when you come back up, you will be at the vibration that is the right vibration for the rest of the day. And as you come back up, just acknowledge how something shifted. There's something shifted within inside of yourself. You might notice colors are more vivid, your smell, all your senses are more enhanced. And the cool thing is after this meditation, after we complete today, you could just let it go completely, because this is the deep work we just did to change our inner selves. So we changed ourselves at a cellular level so that the insides will now meet the outsides differently, and we could attract a whole different outcome. I also wanted to share a few things I have coming up. 5 healing groups. So that's sharaogan.com. And I'm curious what kind of topic you would like to hear more of. I would love to you share in the comments below about what topic would most inspire you. Now, I also work one-on-one with people, of course. I do one-on-one readings and I do coaching. That's the main thing I do, is coaching packages with people, because that's where the world changes for them. And if you want to inquire more, just DM me directly and we can talk about that. And let's see. What else did I want to tell you? Oh yeah, so I also have 3 programs that I offer. One program is called the Intuitive Body Program, and I just literally created this last month. I basically just put it up like 2 weeks ago. And this is an online program, and I can tell you more about this, send you the link, just DM me. The second program is a group program that we're going to have, and the group program is called Purpose and Passion, finding your bliss and passion and getting paid well for it. And so this will be 50% on your own, like 50% self-directed and 50% group. And so you could actually start with the solo, the self-work stuff anytime. And then I also have an intuitive training program to develop your intuition. And that will be a similar format to the one I just described. So I'm really, curious to hear what most excites you, what most inspires you. If you want to work with me one-on-one, work with me in a group, or just keep coming back to these free live healings, the more the merrier. It strengthens the field. So now I'm going to actually read your comments, and let's see. I got some thank yous, totally. Hugs. You love the masculine and feminine? Okay, cool. Good. All right. I got some thumbs up on that, so I guess that would be a good one to do next. Other ideas: how to connect more deeply to the heart, how to access our higher selves and other angel guides, and how to tap into creativity and source. I love those, Jenna. So the heart one was my topic for last week, and so I think I sent you a link to it in the email that I just sent out. Access your higher self. I think that's great. So that I'm putting that kind of stuff into my intuitive program. And spirit angels, I've been working with a lot of clients lately on that, so I love that. Thank you, my dear. I really love that. Okay. So these will be free. These are free and they will always be free. My only exchange that I ask is for you to subscribe and write a comment below, and that makes me so excited. All right, well, you awesome bunch of money manifestors. It's been really fun and I really enjoyed being with you, and I'm really curious and love to hear how the rest of your day goes and anything you want to share. I would love to stay connected. Okay, signing over and out. See you either this Friday next Friday or today at 4 o'clock, or DM me if you want to do some more work together. Okay, bye-bye.